Okay, take two.
Take two.
Take two.
It's okay. That means we got to practice the intro that I forget.
Okay. Grab your balls.
It's Yarn Party.
She's Fiona.
She's Elizabeth.
And this is Yarn Party.
Hell yeah. Episode 4.
Episode 4. We are two friends that live in Portland, Oregon, and Fiona dyes yarn, and I use yarn, and this is our podcast.
Welcome. If you haven't been to the party before, grab your balls.
It's
still
a
Yarn Party.
Okay, I mean, it is... Here we are.
Here we are.
The day after Christmas.
It is the day after Christmas.
How are you doing?
I am so tired. I mean, in like a good way. In a good way. I had a lovely Christmas with my family. I just have a 5-year-old human child who is so excited about everything all the time. But then Christmas, it's like dialed to 100. So I'm a little sleepy.
Yeah,
how are you?
Fair. You know, I have the opposite experience of you. Child-free Christmas over here. But, you know, it was very chill. It was very calm. I do feel like work leading up to Christmas is always a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so I definitely had, I feel like Christmas Eve was like the day of just like my brain, like,
yeah.
Like I went into full shutdown mode for a second. But yeah, mostly it was just like my husband and I hanging out, and we saw a couple friends and went out for food and ate a lot of food in our house. So
that sounds great. I mean, it still
like,
kind of smells like French toast in here.
Probably. Although it could be the candle.
It's nice.
At least it still doesn't smell like crab, which is what we had like a couple nights ago.
I know. We had a salmon Christmas last night, so maybe that's why.
I like a salmon Christmas.
Everything smells like fish at my house.
But yeah, that's it. It's, you know, it's Christmas. I don't really do any gift knitting for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I was like not stressed. And then I do make, a few years ago, I started a tradition of making my husband a sweater as one of his Christmas presents every year.
Mm-hmm.
But this year, because the sweater I made him was a test knit over the summer,
it
was done in August.
He already got it.
He already got it. He knew about it. Yeah, we did have to take like finished object pictures like in the beating sun.
No.
like the last week of August. So if you scroll back,
I remember those pictures.
Yeah, if you scroll back
really
in my Instagram, they're good pictures. And secretly, Brett is just like
so sweaty.
But yeah, he knew about it, and then we like folded it up, and I was just like,
"Here you go.
You can wait till Christmas, or you can have it now, whatever you want." So yeah, that was
nice.
it. And then, you know, I liked actually getting the gift done early.
Yeah.
Like it did feel like, oh, the biggest thing is like off of my plate now. So I might start next year's sweater for him in like May.
I think that's a great idea.
And the test knit was good, but the sweater was kind of intense. So it did feel like, oh my God, I really have like a lot of work to do to get this done on time.
Yeah.
So things I will do, I will not test knit for his sweater.
That's
next year. And I will start it earlier, but then just give myself more breathing room to get it done.
Yeah, that sounds good. I had to actually this year, kind of last year, I had to ban myself from test knits because I get really excited and I want to like support designers that I love. And then like the second there's a deadline for something, I get really like grumpy.
Yeah.
It's really the pathological demand avoidance.
Mm-hmm.
And then the thing doesn't get done or like life happens. And so I just had to be like, I will buy this when it comes out. I will give this designer my money instead of supporting them on the back end.
Yeah.
But that's been a hard rule to follow because I see these beautiful test calls and I'm like, but I've held strong. I haven't let anybody down in the last like 2 years.
I mean, I do feel like, so I'd never, until this year, I had never test knit. And then I did 2 this year. I want to say this past year, like 2025 is over, but it's not.
I mean, mostly.
She's almost there. Yeah.
Are you going to test knit this week?
Call me. No, I never test knit mostly because like I would always be knitting other things, and then a test knit would like appear in my feed or come across like my email, and I just feel like, boy, like I have these other things I want to get done, and so test knitting like never fit into like my plans. But I ended up doing 2 this year. One was a tank top for Tori Yu that I loved, but I'm forgetting the name of. But it was the one with all the rolled edges.
Oh,
that was really fun.
Cute.
And she was very easy to test knit for because I think she just has her like, she's just so on top of it.
Yeah,
that,
her
like,
system's like dialed in.
Yeah, and I remember like doing my pattern feedback and just being like, nothing. Like, thanks. Just thank you. And then the sweater test knit for Brett was an Andrea Gone pattern, and the pattern itself was great. It was just like a lot of knitting.
Yeah.
And so having that deadline was like a challenge. Just because it was, you know, it seemed like it was going to be enough time. Like, if I'm remembering correctly, the test knit like window was pretty generous, but like, I don't know. It was just a large size sweater with a lot of cabling.
I was going to say, isn't it cable heavy?
Well, it's like four cable panels that are like really pretty, but not, they create like a motif.
Okay.
So they're not like, you really need to look at the chart. They're not like super intuitive.
Yeah.
You can't just know like, okay, to the right. And then everything else is moss stitch. So I effectively knit my husband a ribbed sweater. And that just takes long. That just takes a long time. That's nobody's fault. Like,
no, that just takes a long time because it like sucks in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
no, for sure.
You know, I would test knit again. Absolutely. But like, and they have some designers that would be like a dream test knit. And just to get a window into their process and kind of know what they're up to. But like, I never see the test knit calls, or it's never the right time.
Yeah. I feel like the second that I was like, I can't do this anymore, like I'm just not the one, that's when I started seeing all of the calls. Like, and then I was like, no.
Yeah.
But
well, send them to me.
Okay,
Maybe
I'll just
do it.
forward them.
You can
forward them on.
You can test it vicariously through me.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Because I always want to like support people whose work I love. But I just don't have time.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we wearing today? I feel like we need to address that.
Yeah, what are you wearing?
So this is the Pink Velvet by Andrea Mowry. So I didn't actually knit this. This is my yarn though. There's a cat happening.
If you hear scratching, it's the cat.
So my lovely friend Evan Knits Things on Instagram. Evan, who watches our podcast, I believe.
Hi, Evan.
Evan, who has her own podcast that's incredible. Anyway, so she is another of my like absolutely incredible like go-to sample knitters where I'm like, help, and like the fastest person I've ever worked with ever. So anyway, this is my Surrey Fluff in Crystal Ball, and then this is a old sock base that I tried to make happen, but it got too expensive. But it's just a 3-ply sock in Badlands. I like it. It's a little glowy, but it's also a little like low contrast in person. People have tried to buy this out of my booth so many times.
I would.
And there was one time where someone was like a little aggressive about it, and I was just floored. So I was like, no.
Just kid it.
Right?
Yeah.
I think so. It has sold a lot of yarn, I gotta say. It's sold a lot of yarn.
Yeah.
And I love it. And I've been wearing it a lot this Christmas. When we did Santa photos, I wore it, and it photographed like so beautifully. So anyway, Evan, love you.
I'm wearing a lento, which is
sparkly.
It's sparkly. Does that show up on the camera?
It's sparkly in person.
It is the lento sweater. She's top down. It's like if you want to make a top down raglan, make a lento. It's fingering weight held with a mohair, and so I did the Sorella sock yarn, and that's the sparkle. So it's like a gray fingering and stellina, and then the Miss Babs mohair. And I bought this yarn my first year at the first walk.
Oh, it's so pretty.
And then year 2, I bought yarn to make another one. I was like, I'm gonna make sparkly lentos every year, and I haven't even cast it on.
It is very festive.
As one does. Yeah, but it's such a good, like, I pull this out for the holidays all the time.
I have some really beautiful, like, Stellina-y yarn that I bought from Peninsula Yarn at
yes.
Sacred Sheep, and I keep being like, what do I do with this?
Throw it with a mohair. Because I feel like it mutes the sparkle a little bit.
But it's
like just enough that you don't feel like a snazzy lady. But like it's still sparkly.
I like it.
And in like the right light, the sparkle like doesn't show up, which is kind of nice. And then in the right light, you're
it's like
a glittery princess. Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. So that's what I'm wearing.
I love it.
And then we had a giveaway.
We had a giveaway
for our last on our last episode. I think we should just announce that now and not make people wait for it.
I think that's fair.
Okay.
They've hung out long enough.
Okay, so just to recap, on our last episode, we are giving away. Oh my god, I gotta get her out. These 2 handmade Renee bags. This little project bag, and I have like several of these things.
I realized I have so many of them too.
A small pouch and a smaller pouch, and then a $50 gift card to the yarn store of your choice.
Of your choice.
And all you had to do to enter was leave a comment on our last episode with the word party. And I used a random number generator to figure out who is the winner. Okay, so the winner is Melanie Williams 291. Can you guys see that?
See it?
This might be backwards. I don't know.
Woo, Melanie!
If that's you, shoot us an email, yarnpartypod@gmail.com, and let us know that's you. And we'll arrange to get your prize sent to you and your gift card sent to you.
Yay! Thank you for everybody who commented.
Yeah.
I loved just like going through and reading everybody. I was the one just like hearting all the things.
I know I dropped the ball this time.
That's why there's 2 of us. Because I was the one that did nothing last time. So
yeah, I mean, work like ate my brain.
That's fair.
Which, here it is. And so yeah, thanks for getting in there and doing that.
It was so
thanks
fun.
to everyone that commented. And it was fun to just like see more people, like just see who's enjoying our podcast.
Yeah.
Because as much as we do this for fun, it's just like nice to know we're not doing it into the void.
Yes.
So please always leave a comment or always send us a message. We always want to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did have another one that we were going to do.
Do you have the prize with you today?
I don't have it with me.
Okay, but you're ready to talk
about
about
it. But I'm ready to talk about it.
Okay.
So we wanted to do one more giveaway to close out the year. I have one of my advents left. It is DK weight. It is just the full-size skeins, but it has all the goodies. So we wanted to give away one of my advent boxes. The theme was Rhinestone Cowgirl. It's very pink, purple, blue, gray.
It's really fun.
It's super fun. All the extras, like I said, are in there. We got like custom stitch markers from Happy Creations, custom stickers, stitch stoppers from Comic Craft Co. It's fabulous. So we wanted to give away one of those. Did we decide a word?
Let's pick a word.
Let's pick a word.
What should the word be? Cowgirl?
Cowgirl.
Okay, leave a comment with the word cowgirl.
And next episode,
we'll choose a winner.
And
you'll get sent a whole ass advent.
A whole ass advent. It's so beautiful, and I really want it to find a home because I already kept one for myself. I don't need 2.
I mean, mine is so pretty that I unfortunately am like, I don't even think I want to wind this up.
Oh,
it's
no.
so good. I definitely want to use mine, but it's also just like
figuring out the thing.
Yeah. So if you want a beautiful DK weight advent, leave a comment with the word cowgirl. 5
skeins of DK weight yarn. And all the fixins.
The extras are really good.
Yeah.
When I finally dove in and looked in
when you found the extras, you were like, oh.
For those that don't recall, a few episodes ago, I had started opening the advent, but I didn't want to spoil anything for myself, so I didn't like disturb anything. And I didn't find any of the prizes.
But they're in there. They're in there.
I went through later and found them. Once Fiona assured me I wasn't going to like accidentally open a bag.
No.
But yeah, they're great. I love that.
Yeah. So let's do that. Cowgirl in the comments.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see because I saw that people were like really weaving in party to their comments, and now I'm like, how are you going to weave in cowgirl?
So I have a goldfish memory and immediately forgot. Like I remembered we did the giveaway, but I forgot that we were like, say the word party in the comment. And so I get notifications when people leave a comment, and I was like, these are so weird. These are the weirdest comments.
You're like, wow, people love the name of the podcast.
Because they were weird. We love you all, but
they're
like
sweet.
they were a vibe, and it took me like 2 days to be like, oh, it's because party was like the watchword. Yeah. So we've been cowgirl. And let's all hope that I forget immediately.
I make it real weird. Don't make it banned from YouTube weird, but make it real weird.
Yeah. Make it fun.
Make it fun.
Make it fun.
Make it fun.
Okay. Do we want to talk about finished objects?
Oh my God, I have so many.
I have literally none. I'm just going to sit back for this part.
Yeah. So I am always like, I'm not gift knitting. And then I get like a weird
and then
hair.
You gift knit.
Oh my gosh. I get a weird, like December 1st comes around and I'm like, well, I could do 1 or 2 things. Also, my father, my lovely father, he is like my best friend. This year, he was like, if I'm a good boy, will you knit me something? Because the poor guy, he was the recipient of my very first scarf that was full of holes when I was like 12.
Oh my God, I love that.
He still has. So if you're aware, I also have a couple hat patterns on Ravelry. And the first one that I did, the skull cap, was because one Christmas he said, I want a hat with skulls on it. So now you can knit your own if you want. It's on Ravelry. But he doesn't receive a lot of things. So he was the first one to say like, he wanted a scarf with no ends. So I made him a little cowl.
A scarf with no ends.
A scarf with no ends.
Does that mean cowl?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I was wearing one and he was like that, a scarf with no ends. My dad is like a very like all black everything kind of guy. That's where I get it from. I made him this little bandana cowl.
Oh wait, that's so cute.
It's the Purl Soho pattern for the bandana cowl. I used Soffio Cashmere, which is a merino cashmere blend. It's like a chunky, but it knits down really nicely. It's super soft. I got it at Northwest Wools. It took 1.5 balls of that. So he loves it. I had to pry it out of his hands this morning, but he's very stoked on it. Yeah, he was like, you just gave it to me and now you're taking it? I was like, I will
for a few hours, Dad.
I think he's just traumatized because he doesn't get presents. And then, did you finish your Advent socks?
No.
Are you going to get spoiled right now?
I've been on the internet. It's fine. I already know what's going on.
Okay, so I have my Woolens and Nosh Advent socks done.
I love them.
I put the heels on yesterday. These are going to be for my husband, Sam, because I'm not like a brown girly. But I love the colors that the stripes turned out as. And I'm definitely going to buy more from Michelle. Mm-hmm. I'm like, ooh, I need some for me. When her shop opens up, I'm going to be doing some shopping.
You should be doing some shopping.
Because I love the Targhee. It's so soft. It's really like airy also. Like there's a lot of air in the yarn, I feel like. I don't know. It's delightful. So he's getting these.
Can I ask a question?
What's up?
So the mini. How much of your mini do you have left after doing the heels, toes, and cuffs?
The heels, toes, and cuffs, I didn't like fully weigh my mini, but I could have made these cuffs taller.
Okay, good. Because I did brown toe. I was going to do the heel. And then last year, I was just like too scared I wouldn't have enough yarn for the cuff. So I just did my last, I think, like 3 stripes in ribbing.
Oh, yeah. No, I definitely had enough to make, I think I did like 7 rows of the cuff.
Yeah.
Mostly because by the time I get to the cuff, I'm like,
you're like over it.
Yeah. So I just like put it on his foot and was like, does this work? And then did the ribbing. So, but yeah, there was leftover.
Okay, cool.
There was leftover.
This is good to know. This is important. Vital information for my everyday
life. So he also got, because I didn't, when I didn't know if he was going to like those socks. Excuse me. So I also made him these socks.
I love these.
He's already worn them, so they're all like stretched out. He wore them all day yesterday. So this yarn actually is one of the earlier colors I ever dyed, and it was a trade for a custom bag from our handmaid Renee. She said, "Can you dye me lime green and dark green and black?"
Here's the thing. If you know Renee, that tracks.
It's this color.
That is 100% the color you would expect her to want.
Yeah, and I kept one for myself all of this time, and I made a sock tube when I still had the sock machine.
Yeah.
And so it was easy to just kind of like pull it out and throw some heels, toes, and cuffs on.
I love that.
But yeah, he's very into these. And then he also got... I made the Antler Hat from Tin Can Knits. Oh, I love it. Showing up so good on the camera because in real life it's super dark in here. But so this is my color Telltale Heart from my Edgar Allan Poe collection. And so yeah, I made him a little cabled hat. I had this crazy moment like 2 weeks before Christmas where I was like, I'm gonna make him like 4 hats. And they're all gonna be cabled and it's gonna be so fun. This is the only one that happened. I made it in like 2 days, and that's when I was like full of jazz, where I was like, you know what? I'm going to make 1,000,000 of them. No, that was silly. But anyway.
Yeah.
That's that. I think that's all my finished objects.
I love that. Can I ask you a question about the green socks?
Yes.
Which is like about your dye process? Because I feel like so many of your yarns microstripe.
They do.
How do you do that? Do you do that on purpose?
Yeah. I like a microstripe a lot.
Is that like a trade secret? Are you allowed to
No, I can talk about it. So a lot of my yarns are like color block dyed as opposed to being like a true like variegated watercolor situation. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I layer them. Like I think on this one it was like chunk 1/3 black, 1/3 dark green, 1/3 lime green.
Okay.
And then like, you know, I'll like speckle on top of it or whatever. So like the Sacred Sheep socks, I think people are saying that they're starting to microstripe also in their own fun way. But yeah, I like chunking it out because I also don't like when things get kind of muddy.
Okay. So I guess if I'm, yes.
Yes.
I just brain just went by.
But yeah,
she just left for a second.
I don't gatekeep. I'll tell everybody most anything. Okay, so if you're like, I want the percentages, I'd be like, no.
Yeah, that's different. But I'm just thinking more for like as us yarn,
as a shopper,
as us yarn users.
Yes.
If you're looking at a skein of variegated yarn or like a skein of multicolored yarn, and you like unwind it, so it's just the big loop. If you're seeing like more of a chunk and then a chunk and then a chunk, you're probably gonna get something like this. I mean, it might. So in a sock, it's gonna probably microstripe. In something at a larger circumference, it's probably gonna pool. Okay. But yeah, so a lot of my yarns microstripe. That's fun to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's like chunks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Ta-da!
Amazing. I have no finished objects. I don't know. No, I really didn't finish anything. I could have had the Advent socks done, but I just like didn't finish them.
I think if I wasn't giving them to somebody and being like, I want these done on Christmas.
Yeah.
There were definitely some times where I was powering through. I was definitely knitting at the park with my child while she was doing things, and the other parents were kind of like looking at me a little crazy because I'm like walking around the park knitting my Advent socks.
I do that. Yeah, I mean, if we want to like transition into whips. Yeah, I mean, I do have my Advent socks.
Yeah,
I did. I think I caught up.
Okay.
I spent a little time on them yesterday. I think they're both. So I'm doing them with Michelle's yarn. I like to use a US 1.5 needle. So I think that's 2.5 millimeter as opposed to a 2.25. And I just do 2 9-inch circulars. Ooh. I just do 2 9-inch circulars. It works for me. It's fine. I don't like doing magic loop 2 at a time. And I just don't like doing it. And I do like that on the 2 9-inch circulars, I can just tuck them back into the bag.
Well, I took your advice when I was talking about, when I was working on mine, you were like, oh, have you caught up on the second sock yet? And I was like, oh no, I haven't started it because I'm using my magic loop. And so you were like, put a stopper on one of them and then use that cord, like keep that cord there and then switch.
Yeah.
So I was just switching back and forth, like flopping my needles back and
Yeah,
forth.
you can do that too. So yeah, I don't know. I got to figure out where, I definitely need to figure out where the heel should be. For me, it'll probably be here. I don't know though. But yeah, I don't know what happened. I really was doing a stripe a day, and then
You were working a lot.
it was a lot. Yeah. I mean, it was just like, I do not want this to be the Elizabeth complaining about her job show. It's not my life.
No, but I mean, it's just busy season.
It's busy season. I think like December is just draining in that like everyone is going through it in both good and bad ways. And I would like come home from work every day, unable to just like, I'd be like, I just have processed so many stories.
Yeah.
So for some reason this year, even just keeping up with a stripe a day wasn't working. And at some point I fell behind and was just like, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
So,
once you fall behind, it's hard.
Yeah.
That was, I did like one weekend where I busted through the second one.
Mm-hmm. I would like to close these out by the end of the year.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe we're having friends over for dinner tomorrow night. And I always need just like a
conversation knitting.
Yes. Yeah. Like a vanilla. Why am I trying to, I know what the colors are. I'm still trying to hide them from myself.
It's like, hello.
But yeah, I spent a little time in my sock. And I mean, again, like I took this out for dinner last night. We went for Chinese food, so we had to wait like 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And so like this was so easy as like a project bag just to have with me. We got a cocktail while we were waiting for dinner, and I just like hooked it under the bar.
Oh, I love that.
Could like knit. So, yeah, this bag is great. And then what's your next whip?
So my small child asked for a sweater 2 weeks before Christmas.
Of course she did.
I thought,
wait, excuse me.
Oh, yes. You look at this bag. Look at this bag. Look at her. She's so cute. So this is from Puff Stitch.
Oh my God.
I think Puff Stitch 1 might be her handle, but Puff Stitch. She's incredible. So this bag was just like in her shop, and I was like, it was made for me. My favorite part that I didn't notice, because I'm one of those people that just has them open all the time around my house. But when I closed it the first time to actually take it somewhere, it's like light out here, right? It's dark in here, like it's nighttime. My brain exploded.
No, I love that.
Anyway, so that's the bag situation over here. But my child asked for a sweater 2 weeks before Christmas. Luckily, she has a February birthday, so it will be fine. I also told her, I was like, Mommy's not going to be able to do it. She's a big kid also. So I'm doing the love note.
This is so cute.
I'm just doing it in my DK. I'm not doing a fuzz because 5-year-olds are messy.
Oh yeah, she does not need a fuzz.
She doesn't
in her life
need
at this time.
No, because I can imagine like trying to get peanut butter out of it or something. So yeah, I'm making the largest children's size in the pattern. Yeah, because so I have a tradition every fall where I make her a sweater and we wear it to the pumpkin patch and it's all cute. So I have all these chronicles of tiny sweaters that have slowly gotten bigger. Well, she had a growth spurt this year from when I started her sweater at the beginning of August. I tried the body on her at the end of August. Everything looked good. And then by mid-September, when I was done, it was too small. Way too small. Like crop top, tiny, tiny, tiny. So now I'm doing a super big one.
And she can grow into
it. Because she also loves her sweaters so much, she will wear them until they're belly shirts. So I want to get a little bit more wear out of this guy. And we're going to try it on as we go and do all the mods. But I have a love note that I wear sometimes that does have the fuzz. And so I thought it'd be cute. We'd have little matchy sweaters.
I think that's really cute.
So her birthday's in February. I told her she's beginning a birthday sweater.
Yeah.
And I'm trying it on as we go. So that's my next one. What about you? What do you got?
My next one is...
and this color is called Hi Barbie.
Hi Barbie.
Hi Barbie. In my Outlaw DK. It's on the website. If you need a pink that hurts your eyes, that's the one.
It honestly, in real life, it doesn't hurt your eyes.
That's good.
So pink. Yeah, it's almost like more magenta.
Right?
IRL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very pink.
Cute. Okay. My next whip. Okay, so I have, it lives in this black pearl magic bag that a couple years ago, she did like a winter box.
Yeah.
And I got that. And this was the bag.
I love it.
I love this. It's honestly, it's like, it's so well made. And like these vinyl bags, at first I was just like, do I want a vinyl bag? Like, I don't know if that's the vibe. You do want a vinyl bag, especially if you're going to have a bigger project and you just like don't know.
I get to talk about that in acquisition time.
Okay, so I am in the middle of a row. Fudge.
Oh no!
Well,
is this your
this is my
log
Advent?
cabin?
Yeah, this is my Advent log cabin. So this is out of the Chelsea Yarns Advent for this year.
That squish is so good.
Yeah, I'm holding it with bare yarn that I acquired from my yarn dealer.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact: if you ever are at a place in your life where you just need a lot of undyed yarn, find a yarn dyer and become their friend. Invest several years in friendship, and then you too will have access to yarn. Anywho, I am doing a log cabin where I'm just holding one strand of the mini with one strand of this bare undyed yarn.
You're really going through that.
This is just the first one.
I know, but still, it's so little.
It's just so little. And then, so it is a log cabin blanket, and I'm not using pattern. So there are 1,000 log cabin tutorials online. This square with the marker was my first square, and I cast on, I don't know, I think 50 or 60 stitches and just knit until I ran out of the mini. And then I bound off and then left one stitch, and I turned everything like one click clockwise. And I knit this square, and then I did the same thing, and then I knit this one, and then I had started, so I was knitting this way, and then I was like, cool, I bound off, and I was going to go up here, and I looked at it's hard to see since I'm in the middle of a row, but I looked at the shape I had and was like, this is so narrow. If I don't even it out a little bit on the other side, I'm going to end up with a big blanket that's so my intention was just to go in a circle forever, but that's just not how it worked out, and that's okay. So I went over to the other side. I'm evening it out a little bit, and then I'll just kind of keep going. And I think my plan is just to check in on on the shape, and every once in a while if I'm like, ooh, this is getting a little wonky, I'll just do two minis. And obviously this is the smallest the blanket's going to be. So, and I'm just using the mini. So these blocks are going to start getting smaller and skinnier. And I'm just going to do that until I run out. And I guess if I have it in me, I'll do an I-4 border.
I love this.
And if I don't have it in me, I won't. I'm truly not sure how big this blanket's going to be, but considering I'm only in the middle of the fourth log, and it's already the size of a placemat, a generous placemat, it's at least going to be a really good throw blanket, if not slightly bigger.
Yeah, that sounds super cool. I feel like I want to get in on that.
You do want to do that. I thought about doing with the Advent I have from you, and the squares would just be really big. Yeah. Since it's five full skeins. I was like, it'll just be 5 squares and it'll be large. Yeah. So you could do that. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like I have posted this on my Instagram, and several people have asked me what the pattern is. There is no pattern. It really is
vibes.
It's vibes. It's just I cast on 50 or 60. I don't remember. I will not count for you. Some number. It felt correct. Just knit garter until it was done, and then bound off loosely on the right side. I left one stitch, and I just turned, and I just picked up along the edge. That's it. That's all you do. I think the only tip I can give is there's no right or wrong way to pick up your stitches, or if you're slipping stitches at the end of the row or anything like that. Just whatever you do, maybe write it down and be consistent about that. But I also, this is the project that I think I've spent more time on this month, because I have been so my brain has been soup. And so the idea of just knitting a garter square.
And it's so squishy and comforting.
It's really squishy. Yeah. And so my plan for this is it will be my knitting mostly when I'm hosting. my Zoom I'm in the 11 Stitches membership, and I host a Zoom once a week. And when you're hosting, you've got to be like a lot more alert and just making sure you're like welcoming people, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I needed just like a simple project.
Yeah.
So this will get at least 2 hours of work a week. But right now it's small enough still that I can take it places.
Yes.
At some point it will get too big. But I do love it, and it's been really nice. And I recommend, if you don't know what to do with your Advent, make a big old log cabin blanket. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. What else you got?
I don't know if we had the Doppio update last time. Because I was sick last week, I'm all confused.
We definitely showed her.
We showed her.
Yeah.
So I put a collar on her. I put a collar on her.
Long time listener, first time caller.
First time caller. And then I started one of the sleeves. But then these needles had to go be in the love note, so she's not been doing anything. But I put the collar on so I could see like what is happening with the collar. So anyway, we're cruising.
I still love this so much.
I'm super into it. I really hope that we can finish her soon.
Okay, so you got 3 yarns.
I have 3 yarns.
You've got a fingering.
Yes.
A fingering.
Yes.
And a fuzz.
And a fuzz.
So one fingering is
just black.
Just black.
Yes.
One fingering is your
Sacred Sheep
colorway.
Which I don't think, I mean, it was a Sacred Sheep exclusive, but I think I'm going to keep it forever.
I think you should.
I think I should, because it's so fun. I love it so much.
I honestly love the idea of dyers doing like exclusive, like this is the first weekend you can get it colorway.
And also, I think, like, I've noticed with my dyeing process, because, like, I've been in crazy work mode also, that, like, the kind of day I'm having is how the batch is going to go. Like, yes, I have a recipe. Yes, I have a system. But, like, ultimately, I'm a person. So, like, every batch is different.
Yeah.
So, even if they're all the same colors, like, the placement might be different. Or the aggression of the speckling might be different.
That's fair.
So I don't know. I think I'm going to keep Electric Sheep around. If you need her, she will stay in the shop, is my plan.
Yeah. Okay. But
yes.
So it's a black fingering, the Electric Sheep fingering, and then
black fuzz.
Black fuzz, which I feel like is how you're getting this like really cool, like color TV static.
Right.
Vibe.
It's not like, because I mean, I wear all black all the time. So I wanted color, but nothing like insane.
Yeah.
This will go with my
like
outfit.
Very wearable color.
Yeah.
I love it.
Also, I just want to shout out Comic Craft Co. for these stitch toppers. They're freaking doodles. Doodles. And I have one named Hank who looks exactly like this, because all of them look the same, but they're Hank.
Hank.
They're Hanky.
Cool. Okay. I gotta pull this out.
I know. We're like bags on bags. Oh yeah, this bag is that crafty little fox. If you wanted more bag recommendations, she's another good one.
She is such a good one. Oh wow. Okay, bless past me for sticking a stitch marker into the needles, so this project can't fall off the needles.
Oh no.
I love Yesterday Elizabeth.
Ooh, look at that collar.
Hey. So I'm just gonna throw this on the floor. This is the Winter Soul sweater by Adorable Knits. And there's so much of it now.
She's so cute.
I don't even know if I showed this last time.
No, you were swatching last time.
Oh, yeah, I was still swatch mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Worsted weight, collar work doesn't take that long.
I know.
This, I think, so, okay, I don't know how to show this without covering us all the way up.
Cover us.
It looks like it's too short. I've tried this on a couple of times, and I do feel like the body is the correct length. I might add, I don't know. I feel like I don't need an entire other color motif, but I might need a little more length. So I need to play around with that. But I did add the collar.
Cutie.
And the way you do the collar is like really interesting, because she has you pick up around the collar, do a knit one through the back loop, purl one, so like a half twisted rib, and then when you bind off, it's like your standard kind of fold in, pick up the stitch, knit those together, but you only do that with the knit stitches.
Oh.
So then, so you...
What happens to the pearls? Okay.
It's good. So you get in with your needle, you pick up a purl bump from where you picked up. You knit that together with your knit stitch, and then you just purl your regular stitch, and then you pass the first stitch over.
Okay.
And then you like go in and pick up another knit stitch, knit that together, and then pass over.
Wow.
So it just like...
It's really cute.
It still gives you...
Does it give a bit more stretch?
It gives a little more stretch.
Yeah.
And I still did go up a couple needle sizes to do the bind off. Just I feel like when you're folding over and you're like knitting together, it's just so easy to pull really tight.
Yeah.
And so I'd rather just like go up a couple needles and just not stress.
That's also super cute. I know in episode 1 I hated on folded collars, but like this was really cute. Yeah. I think I also like them conceptually, and then I put them on myself and they fit weird, so it's a me problem.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely had to every few stitches like check myself because I was like getting off.
Wonky.
So I mean, there's probably areas where it's like pulling in a direction, but I don't care. I like the look of them. I don't like doing them, but I do like, and I like the structure that they give. And then I started the sleeve, which you can barely see.
Baby sleeve.
So baby sleeve. And then, I mean, I was hoping I could wear this on New Year's. And
that seems doable, honestly.
I have some like life I need to take care of next week. But honestly, it feels doable. It might be like, at the very least, like done with the sleeves and doing like a test block.
Yeah. By
New Year's, which is fine with me. Yeah. So the pattern is the Winter Soul by Adorable Knits. And then the yarn is Nest Worsted from Magpie Fibers, and I don't remember the colors. Twilight Selkie, that feels like something.
Maybe.
And something about Selkie and Natural Twilight. If y'all are watching, can you tell me what color this yarn is? The ball bands are somewhere else. Yeah, it's a great pattern, but here's what I will say. The pattern is like a beast. So it is...
Is it one of those like 40-page patterns?
Yes. And it's like, in some ways, I really love when patterns have that much clarity. But basically the way it is you get 2 files. You get a file with like the written pattern. But after like very quickly... It's like a whole different pattern for every size. And there's a huge size range, which we love. But then what that means is you have a 35-page pattern and you're like scrolling, like, where is my size? I have spent a lot of time just like going in and just, you know, marking out everything that wasn't my size. And there's just like pages upon pages. And then the chart file is the same way.
Oh my gosh.
Where it's like a separate chart for, there's like 2 body charts, and then there's a chart for the sleeves, and there's a separate chart for every size times 3.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. And like, honestly, that's pattern designers. I just want to hear your thoughts on this, because like, I appreciate someone trying to have that level of clarity.
Yes. But and inclusion.
Yes. And no, like I love the size inclusion, and that is great. And that's not what I'm complaining about. But like at that point, at the point at which you're going to break out almost every size individually for like large swaths of the pattern, why don't you just upload a separate file for every size?
That'd be cool.
And I have a feeling there's like a logistical reason why that doesn't happen.
Probably.
I can't be the first person who thought of this. I'm not that smart. And I'm also not a designer. So I'm not out here trying to think through the logistics of designing. But sometimes when I get patterns like that, I'm just like, no, I love that you did all this, and I'm happy to pay $15 for a pattern that has that level of like size grading and work. But then it is just like a lot to deal with. And sometimes I'm just like, well, if you're going to do all this, why don't you just do like a separate file for every size, and then just let me download like just my size. That size.
Yeah.
And I know people are going to say in the Tin Can Knits app, they do that, and I love them for that. But I'm not always knitting Tin Can Knits patterns. So like, can other people do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me what I don't know.
Thoughts,
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Because like at the end of the day, it's not that hard to go through a pattern and just scribble out what isn't your size. Like, and if it's just like, hey, this is too much work on a designer to be like doing the layout for every single thing, and there's too much.
Yeah, I think that would make sense.
There's probably too much like margin for error there.
Yeah.
And maybe I just answered my own question. I would love to know though. I'm always just like nosy about the process.
Right.
Anyway, so this is my sweater. I love it. Yeah, I do want to block it. It's like I've tried on so many times. It seems like it's going to be the right length once I add the ribbing, but I'm going to block it and see if it grows lengthwise.
Yeah.
Because I think my swatch mostly stayed the same, but you know, sweater is different from swatch.
Yeah. I think I have one more.
Okay.
So I'm going through my whip. I don't want to say graveyard because they're not all dead, you know, but like we're making some life or death choices for them in this moment. So I was knitting a sample of this color. This is the Sidewinder beanie in the bulky size, not the super bulky, but this color was my K-pop Demon Hunter color. I still offer it. I don't know why I was like,
You've renamed it?
No, it's just called Demon Hunter if you're looking on the website. But I was like, ooh, I want to make something in bulky because I loved how the bulky dyed up, but I'm not like a big wearer of bulky yarn because I'm a sweaty girl. So anyway, but this is Sidewinder beanie. It's just like a sample. I'm so close to being done that I'm like, I just need to be done.
Yeah.
And it's really cute and my daughter will wear it. Or it'll go to shows. Like it has a life beyond this. So I've been trying to figure out where I was in the pattern, which is always fun when you don't take notes. And then we're just gonna cruise on through, and hopefully this will be done in the next couple days. That's it.
I love that. Okay,
that's it.
the last thing I have, I guess I can call it a whip because it's still whipping.
Oh, I had one more, I guess.
Okay, that's fine. I don't care. We can do whatever. There's no rules.
We can do whatever. No rules.
We're in a fight now. No. It's still my Avenue tea. Still my Avenue tea. I mostly, this project has like gotten stuck into my purse a lot the last couple of weeks, but has not seen a lot of action. But it's still the Avenue tea. I did block it because I wanted to figure out what was going on with the length, and the length is good. I want to add a little bit more length.
The sleeves are so cute.
The sleeves are so cute. Yeah, the sleeves are done. I went in and did the collar and then the sleeves to pattern. So yeah, I think they're good. I thought about shortening them, but I don't think I'm going to. And then I really just want to be able to like tuck this into my jeans fully.
Not crop.
Yeah. So I need to, because everything, even this, I do this to myself all the time. I'm like, it's fine. And then it's just like, I wish this were that long.
I know.
So
I am so bad about that.
Yeah, it's like potentially my resolution for 2026 is like just like be more mindful of length of, because like my sleeves are too short.
Yeah,
we're gonna sort this out next year.
That's a new year problem.
We'll talk about that later. Anyway, so I'm gonna add. I think it needs like another 1.5 inches of stockinette, and then I'll throw some ribbing on there, and then I think we'll be good to go. So this has been like the project that's been just in my bag for a while, but it has not been getting really any attention. So I definitely should just like put a little time on this. But okay, to recap, Avenue Tea by Tori Yu, and the yarn is Teal Torch Knits sock yarn in Elder Millennial.
Love it.
Okay, what else you got?
Okay, so this is my last thing. So I'm going on a trip to see my in-laws. I leave on Sunday, and I'm like, this is the question that like, if you need something to put in the comments and then find a way to put cowgirl in there. Anyway, this is my question. How many whips is too many whips? Here are the stipulations. I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. We're going by plane. It's going to be a lot of downtime. My in-laws are big, like, hang out, watch TV people. And my knitting is like my comfort blanket, obviously. So yeah, like I'll have time, but it's like conversational, but also like if I only bring conversational pieces, I'm going to get bored. There are no yarn stores if I need to supplement what's happening.
Like really nothing.
Really nothing.
Okay.
It is a town of like people will ride their horses through downtown and nobody thinks that's crazy.
Is there a possibility of like an hour drive to a yarn store just to get
the closest yarn store I've been to is going through it. So there's not like a lot there.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, it's California. It's warm. It's not like the big, and it's not the Bay Area where there's a lot of yarn. So there's like no supplementation can be happening, which is fine because I have a lot of yarn. Like, let's be real. But I can't get like emergency yarn.
Okay. I mean, okay.
I am checking a bag. So like that can be clothes and then my carry-on can just be yarn. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
But how many whips is like a good amount of whips? Are you going to do math?
Well, sort of, because, okay. So as some of you may know, I have spent the entirety of this year timing my knitting, like clocking it out every time I knit. The little bit of knitting you just saw me doing like 10 minutes ago, I will find a way to add that back into my app. Yeah. So what's cool is that I have...
oh, you have reports?
I can pull a report. So like, let me find a sock.
Yeah.
Okay. I can... Obviously, like, we are different people. So we're going to knit at different speeds. But I'm just going to pull... I did, like, a pair of, like, a broken rib socks in figure eight. And that took me 26 hours, 58 minutes, and 37 seconds of knitting.
Okay.
And weaving in ends. So, because I do count if I swatch or if I weave in the ends. I don't count if I wind the yarn. These are the rules. I don't make the rules. I just adhere to them. So, okay. And that was like for a sock that I normally do like a 56 stitch sock for myself.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like the 64.
So, I mean, honestly, you're probably looking at 25 to 30 hours for a pair of socks.
Okay.
I'm honestly always shocked at like how much sock I get done to if I like go to a movie.
Right.
And these are ribbed, or these were like a broken rib. So like one row was knit, one purl one, and then the next row was just knit, which, knit one purl and takes a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're honestly probably looking at more like 23 to 28 hours of knitting for a vanilla sock. A vanilla sock.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the amount of times when I've done like knitting trips with friends and we've just like watched a couple movies and I've jammed through the whole foot of a sock.
Yeah. Right.
So, I mean, if I were you, I would have a complicated sock or like a small complicated, like so something that like you need a chart or like directions for.
Yeah.
And then...
Because that's what scratches my brain. I feel like if I just vanilla sock the whole time, I'm going to be so bored.
You're going to be so bored.
And grumpy.
And then I would bring...
vanilla something.
I would bring vanilla, and I would bring 2 more skeins of yarn.
Okay.
For vanilla.
Okay. That feels reasonable. Yes.
I mean, what else do you have? What are your whip options, I guess?
Okay, so my other, this is where this is going. I started another pair of Ooey Gooey socks last night.
Oh, yeah.
And because I loved them. They were so fun. So this is a secret. This is super secret time.
Don't tell anybody.
You're hearing about it kind of first. So I recently have been trying out a sparkly yarn. Finally.
Fiona told me this would never happen.
So here's the sparkly yarn beef. If you use stellina, like if you're dyeing stellina yarn, you need to use something like vinegar as your acid base.
You can't even see this yet. Oh my god. Shut up.
So that's
so sparkly.
So that's like what Elizabeth is wearing. This is the stellina. It's a little bit more subtle.
Mine's not that sparkly.
No. It's more subtle. It's like softer to the touch, right? So I don't like using vinegar. I use citric acid, and I don't like to change my process because I don't. So anyway, Lurex is the solution to that because you can use citric acid and it doesn't eat the sparkle. So I got some yarn that has the Lurex in it, but it also has like really nice soft wool on it. Yeah. I was worried the Lurex was going to be too scratchy. No. And in the skein, it's like pretty intense. Like
that is like intense. Like when you first pulled it out, I was like, "Oh, did you wind it with like a paillette or something?"
Right. So, but it's the same. If you're familiar with my Stampede sock base, it's the same supplier. So it is that same like super fine wool that is just like so soft and squishy. It has a little bit of nylon, and then it has 5% sparkle nonsense.
I can't tell if the sparkle is coming out as much
on that one.
This one.
Do this.
No, this is so good though.
So this, I put a little thing on Instagram where I was like, hello, I'm trying out sparkle yarn. What colors of mine would you like to see? And everybody said Sparkle Motion. So this is like my white with crazy rainbow, and Sparkle Goth, which is black with crazy rainbow.
Sparkle Goth is like an obvious choice.
Yes. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So it is not showing up great on the camera because I dyed the base of this like a little too dark for Sparkle Goth, because normally I try to do like one click from black. But it's pretty black. But if you're in like the good light, it's oil slick basically. Yeah. So anyway, so I started Ooey Gooey socks. I got to my welts last night. But it's like, it's happening. It's real cute. And I feel like it knits up softer than I would anticipate. So
I feel like people look at Sparkle and
I was worried about itchy.
Do you do the welts before the color work? I forget. Okay.
I do 2 welts before the color work.
I believe you. I literally just don't remember. This is the goldfish brand coming out. I feel like people always look at sparkle yarn and they're like, oh, it's going to be
itchy.
I just have never felt that way. I almost exclusively wear my own hand knit socks at this point in my life.
I do too.
So like, I don't feel like, remember when I first knit Brett a pair of socks and he was like, are they supposed to hurt?
I feel every stitch. I've heard that from people before.
And like, I don't feel them anymore. And I think part of it is because a lot of my socks they just get worn enough that they soften inside. I also think the bottoms of my feet are just used to it. And I unfortunately was born in the 80s. So I have the beauty is pain thing stuck right in here.
Amen.
So yeah, I just don't. Yeah.
It doesn't bother me.
Okay. By the numbers, my Ooey Gooey socks, I took 21 hours, 43 minutes, and 35 seconds to knit those.
Okay.
That pair. So, I mean, I think we should underestimate. You should definitely pack too much.
I should pack too much because, once again, checked bag and no relief in sight.
And you're like not going anywhere.
No, I mean,
so
we have like a couple little like day trip things, but like it's very like small town chill vibes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not like we're like going on the town.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because I feel like when I went to Portugal and I was struggling to pack my bag and like sort out my projects, it was like, I'm going to be walking around and be like sweaty.
I'm be doing stuff.
Like I need to be like, I need all these things.
Yeah.
But like when I go see our family,
related.
It's like, I'm just like, okay, so daytime pajamas, nighttime pajamas.
Yeah, kind of.
And I'll wear like the same sweatshirt like 3 days in a row because like what did I do the whole time?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm always going to say you pack whatever you think you need plus one.
I think that's a great
especially for this.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. Because also it doesn't.
Do you want to just bring socks? Do you want to bring like?
Do you want to bring the
Doppio?
I was thinking like about bringing the Doppio.
The Doppio could be your vanilla project.
Yeah.
Because honestly,
it's so much just like knit.
Yeah. Well, and also like you can tell me different because you're traveling with a 5-year-old, but like I don't see why this.
Yeah.
Plus like a backpack couldn't be your carry-on.
Yeah.
Like this could be your separate personal item, you know?
That's true.
And then you're checking your bag.
Yeah.
So your backpack for whatever you need for Luna.
Yeah.
Though Sam is also going to be there, so
I know, and I'm making him sit by Luna.
Yeah, I think he has a bag. He has also 2 carry-ons he can bring.
Yeah.
But like this could honestly, especially since you're just flying to California.
Yeah.
I would throw like my wallet and my AirPods and a phone charger in this, and this would be my bag for the plane.
Love it.
And just what you need for the project, and then like
it's gonna be so short, but it's all the sitting around in the other interim. But okay, I love that.
I'm a big fan of always just bringing an extra, and like I don't know, you never knit as much as you're going to.
But also it's my like emotional support yarn. Like I feel so naked and weird without it.
Yeah.
So I feel like I should just have it.
I get that.
Also, so this back to the sparkle yarn. My thought is, because I'm going to knit these socks, I'm going to see how I like it. They're turning out better than I thought they would, like in terms of texture. So I think my plan is to bring a bunch of this to Rose City Yarn Crawl in March. So if you want the sparkle, it will be debuting there. I'll be at Northwest Wools all weekend for Sparkle Party. So that's my thought. That's what we're working with right now. But you heard it here first. That's what I got.
I'm so excited. God, Yarn Crawl is coming.
I know. It haunts my dreams. I mean, I love it. Here's the thing. I love Yarn Crawl. It is my most favorite weekend out of the entire year.
I love it and hate it.
It is so fun, but like the amount of preparation I have to do, I'm starting now and I'm still going to not have enough yarn. Like I am so grateful that my business has grown to this level, but like y'all always sell me out by like the midday Saturday.
No, it's crazy.
And then Sunday it's just like, well,
I feel like every time I've come to see you.
Yeah.
Because, okay, so
you like can't get to me.
Rose City Yarn Crawl. Can I do a little?
Yeah, do a little a recap.
For the uninitiated, Rose City Yarn Crawl is our Portland's yarn crawl. It happens every year in March. And
if you're thinking about coming to Portland, it's a great time to come to Portland.
It might be raining, but it might not be.
Yeah.
There are 10 yarn stores?
9 this year.
9. Here's the thing. In the Portland metro area, we are very fortunate to have, I think, realistically, like 13 yarn stores.
Yeah.
And, you know, some of them are like a ways out in the suburbs. Some are like close into the city. But we have really good yarn stores. Like all of them. There's no store in town of the 13. Mm-hmm. It could be 15. It could be 12. But it's like, who has this many yarn stores? There's no shop that I'm just like, oh, I don't go there. They don't have a good selection. Like they all have very different selections, which is wild to know that there's that much variety.
Yes.
Encapsulated in all these stores.
Yeah, and they all like have their own thing going on. Because I think about like there's one in Forest Grove, which is like the trek to get to. Mm-hmm. But they have like such amazing stuff there that it's like always worth it to make that drive. Even if you're like, oh, it's going to take me an hour.
It is a solid 1 hour round trip on a day that there isn't traffic. And I don't get to do it often. And like anytime Brett and I go out to wine country,
you're like, we gotta stop.
I'm like, can we take this detour? But like, we're not always going in that direction.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's such a good shop. It's just all the way out there.
It's just far.
And people live in Forest Grove, Oregon. Like, bless you. It's you have this amazing shop, and I'm jealous. Yeah. But we also have like fabulous yarn stores in town. But either way.
The point being, all of the driving is very worth it all the time.
Yeah. So point being, it takes place, it's like a Thursday to a Sunday, and every shop has trunk shows. And for almost all of the shops, the trunk shows are different every single day. Mm-hmm. There will be a few trunk shows that maybe have like a mini residency. So like Fiona at Northwest Wools, her trunk show goes on for the whole weekend.
And I will just be parked in there like being
They like shove her in the corner.
They
she like holds court. Honestly, they mostly just shove you out of the way. I feel like.
I know. That's the thing. I always try to like give myself a job because there's also passports, right? So you go to all the shops and you get your passport stamped and then turn that in for a raffle at the end.
Yeah. Oh, and every shop has its own individual raffle.
Yes.
So you can enter their individual raffle, and then you got your paper passport that you print out and you get the stamp. And then at your last shop, you can turn your passport in.
And if the shop is fun, they'll throw you a tiny party.
Yeah.
Which is that's the thing. I always scare people because they forget I'm in that room.
Tiny party hats.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so cute.
Like little ones and
just a little hat.
Tiny party.
Yeah, I scare people because I'm shoved in the back, and so I hear the people out front doing the tiny party, and then I like holler
tiny party. Yeah.
Well, it's loud. I'm a loud person. So I like hoop and holler, and I like jump scare everyone that's shoved in the tiny room with me.
Yeah.
So it's really fun.
Yeah. So Fiona's Northwest Wools.
Yeah.
The full weekend, and every time I've gone to see her, there's nothing left.
There's nothing left. You can't find me.
It's insane how like cleaned out you will often be by Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it, and it's really just like so fun. But it's like this will be my third year And like the first year I didn't know what to expect. So I just brought as much as I physically could and it was gone by Saturday. This last year I was like, cool, I'm going to prep early. I brought like, I don't know, like another like third of what I had the first year and it was gone by Saturday. So this year I'm like, okay, we're going to like really like hit it hard and I want the wall to be able to be shopped.
Yeah.
For more than 2 days. But also, I'm not complaining that people love me so much.
Well, if you need help twisting and labeling.
Please.
Don't ask me to dye anything.
That's fine.
But if you need a twist and labeling party.
I do need that. Because last year I thought my shoulders were going to like fall out of the sockets by the end. It was nuts.
We could get the crew together.
Yeah.
If you buy us pizza.
I'll buy everybody pizza. And they can all pick out one skein of yarn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But yarn crawl is very fun. It's really
fun.
Even if you're like local but you haven't gone, here's what I will tell you, and we'll probably talk about this again in the next couple of months. Is the shopping crowded? Yes. Are people really nice? Also, yes.
Yes.
So like it's similar to it's the same vibes I feel like as Sacred Sheep, where it's like there's a lot of people in the stores, and our yarn stores are like sometimes cramped and small. Mm-hmm. But people are really like so sweet about being like, I'm sorry. Like, here's the thing. We're all knitters. We have huge bags.
Yeah.
We're dragging our
hitting
stuff
people
around.
With bags. We're apologizing.
I feel like everyone, anytime I've just like wanted to see something and just been like, hey, excuse me, can I get to that? People are like, yeah, totally. Sorry. Yeah. So I think crowded shopping, but the vibes are good. I also think if you want to avoid the crowds, maybe go like later in the day.
Yes.
I have seen like lines tend to form first thing in the morning. Yes. Because of the trunk shows. But I think if there's nothing that you're like, I have to get my hands on the specific skein. If there's stores you want to go to, if you go at like 3, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, things will probably be like have died down. But it's so fun here because it's just like the knitters take over the city, and because we've got to drive all these places, everywhere you go, it's like I go to like the dye bar in my neighborhood and I'm like, oh, sweater. You know, like we're all like out in full force. And it is a really fun time. And usually on the website, on the Rose City Yarn Crawl website, they'll have all the trunk shows and where they are and who they are and when they are. Yeah. That'll all be listed out.
And I think my wisdom for Yarn Crawl, if you want to participate, if you want to like get the most out of it, is to try not to do everything in one day.
Don't do everything.
There are like hardcore people that like do every single thing on Thursday and then are just like, here's my passport. And it's like, you're just driving the whole day. You're stressed, you're driving, parking's not great in all the neighborhoods. Like it's just like maybe make like a little schedule for yourself about what trunk shows you want to hit. Like pick some nice brunch places. Like just like, you know, make it your whole weekend.
Yeah. I would honestly say don't try to fill out the passport.
Look, do what you want. Do what you want.
I had a year where I was like, I want to go to every shop. And that might have been the year there were more shops. I don't know. Yeah. But by the end of the weekend, I was like, I feel like I drove all over Creation. Because it was also, again, because the trunk shows are often just one day. Yeah. You end up going back to specific stores.
Exactly.
And depending on where you are, like some stores are farther than others, right? So I feel like I was driving, I like drove up to Vancouver. There's a Vancouver in Washington for just across the river from us for those that don't live in the Pacific Northwest.
It's not Canada.
Yeah. I drove up to Vancouver, Washington, which is like, you know, if you're like in New York, it's like Jersey City. Yeah, sorry, Vancouver. that was a compliment. But yeah, I was just like, oh, I feel like I drove up there a bunch of times. Like I was just going all over the place, and that was exhausting. Yeah. My advice would be like prioritize the trunk shows you want to see.
Right. Plan around the trunk shows.
But also let it go if you can't get to one. Yeah. It's okay. Like, it's
Phone a friend. If you really want that show color, be like, hello, are you going to be there? Can you pick me up one? Yeah. Like, that's what I did a bunch because, I mean, I'm held hostage all weekend. Yeah, you're stuck. Yeah. So I have to tell my friends.
I will volunteer for anyone if you're like, hey, I definitely need to get this. Go for it. I use it as a really nice opportunity to see yarns in real life that I don't normally get to see because of the trunk shows. Yeah. But I'm not necessarily like, I'm going to buy. Yeah. And that helps me just calm down about like potentially missing trunk shows. Yeah. Yeah. And there's ways you can like strategize around it. Like Naughty Lamb, which is out in Forest Grove, which is like more like wine country. It's like if
Go
you've got
do
the
a little wine
time,
tasting.
go do like a Thursday afternoon wine tasting with your friends.
Yeah.
Pop into the yarn shop, and then that's the farthest flung shop.
Yes.
But it's also helped me like discover so many yarn stores. Like, don't sleep on For Yarn's Sake in Beaverton. They have such a good selection, and actually a really big store.
Yeah. It's
massive
like
spin cycle wall.
if you can think about like, if somebody ever is like, I'm looking for this specific yarn, I'm like, just call For Yarn's Sake. They probably have it. Like, they have everything.
And they're really sweet there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like Ritual Dyes is always going to have like a trunk show from a dyer or like a yarn maker that you like never get to see.
Yeah.
So they're always going to be like the people that are going to introduce you to something new. There's just so many good shops.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Yarn Crawl's coming. I'm sure we'll have more thoughts, but Yarn Crawl.
Yeah. Love and hate it because it's like just a lot of going. But if you can organize it and like, have fun with your friends.
I always get to see my favorite people too. Like, my favorite people always roll up, and that's like always my favorite thing.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody over last weekend. We did handmade Renee and I did that little pop-up at the tattoo studio for their little solstice market, and I saw somebody who like was a big fan and like came and was so sweet, and I was just like, thank you so much for like coming and like telling me how much you enjoy my yarn, because I really just feel like I'm yelling into the void a lot of the time. So seeing the people is my favorite.
Yeah.
Seeing the people is my favorite.
Yeah. How was okay, so Fiona and Renee, Handmade Renee, did a pop-up at
Anatomy Tattoo.
How did that go?
It was super fun.
Yeah.
It was so fun. So I went in with like the lowest of planned expectation situations, because when you're selling yarn at a non-yarn event, like there have been times where it's like, I've sold 2 things, and it's fine because like the knitters, they didn't find you. The knitters came out.
Yeah.
They bought so much of my stuff. And it was great. And it was like people like saw that I posted it, or also just like one of the tattoo artists, like his wife is a big knitter, and so he like got Christmas gifts for her. But the vibes were immaculate. Everybody was super nice. It was really well organized. And it was great. And I really just got to hang out with Renee like all night, which was really, I was like, well, worst case scenario, I get to knit with my friend and maybe we'll get some takeout. So I got to do that, and also like met a bunch of people and sold yarn. So it was great. But I would totally do it again.
Yeah, it was great.
They also had a lot of people selling like oddities like taxidermy and bones, and I was like, this is my people.
There was like too much to look at.
There was a lot.
I stopped by, I was just like, I don't know what I thought this was going to be.
Yeah.
But it's also, everything was set up in the tattoo studio, and the tattoo studio is basically an old house.
Yeah.
So it was like a lot of like going to this room, going to that room, and I was just like,
it was a lot.
Was not ready for this, and I was like, I have to go.
I know. I feel like I saw the most stuff when I was just like sitting, chilling, and then I was like, ooh, there was like a person that made chainmail jewelry, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
And then Sam, my husband, came to pick me up later, and I like walked him around the whole thing, and I was like, here are the things I like. Do with that information what you will. And sure enough, they were in my stocking yesterday. So
good job, Sam.
He did it. But yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah. Cute.
Do we have acquisitions?
I don't. No, I do.
I have a couple. I have 2.
Okay, let me go get my one.
Yeah, I have 2. I Black Friday'd, so you know. That's what happens.
Talk about your acquisitions.
Talk about my acquisitions. So first of all, we were just talking about Black Purl Magic, and I got one of her big ass bags.
Big ass
bags. She keeps saying that she is going to retire this design. So when she was like, hey, I think it was like $20 off for Black Friday. So I was like, girl, yes.
I think I could fit in this bag.
It's so big. Like, I think it is so big. Like, and I was like, that's a business expense. I can haul yarn in there. Oh my God, she can fit.
I'm in the bag.
So anyway, big ass bag by Black Purl Magic.
How do I get out?
I'm going to help you. She might have a couple on her website still if you want to take Elizabeth with you places.
I think if I went in butt first, I really could.
I think you could. I think you could sit in here for real. Anyway, it's really well made. Like we were talking about the vinyl bags just feeling like really like good quality and heavy. So I've been using this to like take stuff to the post office.
Yeah.
When I don't want to use like my giant Hulkin bags. So this has been really nice. There's also like a little pouch in here. So if you want to throw things that are small, they won't get lost in the giant bag.
Yeah. I think it's like worth noting that Shayla is really picky about her materials. Yeah. Because like the reason for a while that I was like, I don't know about the vinyl bags is I'm just like, oh, if it gets dry, it cracks. Like, I don't want to, just, I don't want that in my life. And I think she has really sourced vinyl that does not do that. Yeah. I've never seen it. I've never heard of anyone's bag doing that. It's not happened to me. The bags like really don't show signs of wear. No, they're great. Ever. And like, I don't know, the attention to detail, like we got a little star that matches the print. Yeah. Or even the fact that like on like the zipper is like in a little bit. Yeah. Can you see that? So it's not going to like pull all the way to the end and like yank the seam. Like that just like, it's these tiny details that, like, if you're not looking for them, you won't see it. Yeah. But I think that you just take them for granted that they're so awesome and solid. But it's those things that make the bag so solid. Yeah. So, I mean, like, normally I would be like, oh, it's a little out of my budget. But it's, like, it's so worth it. Yeah. Like, honestly, it's just worth it. Just save up money and, like, get a nicer bag. Yeah. So, anyway, this was my Black Friday acquisition. And I got one other yarn thing, but you go next. I mean, the only acquisition I have, and it's still in the package, so I'm going to try not to crunch, is normally for Christmas, my husband does not buy me yarn. Oh. But I'd had the kit from Sonder Yarn Company for the pullover by Sari Nordland. It's so pretty. Pajola. Someone tell me how to say this. So that's the pattern picture, and I'm really going to try not to crunch the plastic. It's ASMR time now. Yeah, but these are the colors that he got me. So this is like so pretty. A black green, and then these two will be the color work. And I'm excited, and this, I guess, will go into my stash for next year. And stash. So hard not to crunch. Yes. But then and it looks like it's ASMR. It's BFL. Yeah. And... Oh, yes, the Sunday morning foreplay. Yeah, so the BFL Masham. What's Masham? I mean, I know it's a sheep, but... It's a sheep, It's a sheep, but... It's a sheep, I'm not familiar with that sheep. I'm not. I mean, I've heard of Masham. Okay. I have only touched this yarn once in real life. I haven't even opened this package. It'd be too loud to do it right now. I'm definitely doing it right now. Also, because cats, I'm just like, anything that can stay sealed, and for my own organizational purposes, if it can stay sealed, we like that. But yeah, I mean, I feel like Masham is around. Yeah. It's not the most like common. I need to look at, I have a little sheep book that I love so much, and when I'm trying to fall asleep, I look at my little sheep book. But it really count sheep? I do. Shut up. So it's like this little book, and it has a bunch of breeds of sheep in it, and they're all alphabetical, so I'll have to look up Masham. And it shows their little picture. It shows like a little piece of like what their like staple length looks like, and what like things their wool would be good for. Anyway, so I love it. It's so cute. So I'm gonna look that up. Yeah, look it up. But yeah, that was my only, aside from like your Advent, which I already owned. Yeah, that's true. That's my only acquisition. So my other acquisition, Primrose Yarn Co. Replay Sport. So this is their like recycled mill end wool situation. Upcycled wool blend, locally milled and dyed in York, Pennsylvania. I'm from close to there. Oh, well, there we go. So I liked the concept of like the upcycled wool. This is a sport weight, and each skein is 500 yards. Shut up. So it really is. These are beefy. Yeah, they're beefy, and it's like a gray purple. Also, they got me because basically every batch of this is like individual. So like gray purple 2 is not going to come through again. Wow. And like gray purple is very me. So I like this like little streak.
Yeah, there's some fun like little neps in there.
The stuff that got blended in. That's rad.
I'm super excited.
I've never heard of this yarn company.
Oh yeah, they have some like dyed in the wool skeins that also do the color changey thing. But yeah, so I'm super stoked on this. I bought the only 3 that there were because I was like, well, 1,500 yards will get us somewhere.
I'll get you something.
So I don't know. I'm figuring out what this is going to be. But
do you want to do you feel like it's enough for like a sweater?
I was thinking about it could be a sweater. And it also, like I was looking at sweater patterns. It's a sport weight and I don't have a bunch of sport weight ideas. So probably sweater. It could be the main color and then we get a little accent color from somewhere else. So maybe a pressed flower.
I'm a big fan of a pressed flowers.
Pressed flowers cardigan was my first thought, but you know, it was all, I did so much Ravelrying when I was trying to justify buying it. And then I was just like, you know what?
There was a minute where it felt like every sweater that was coming out was sport weight.
I know. And now they're all gone.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And because I have a sweater that I made a couple years ago, I think I'm going to frog. I just don't wear it, but I do love the yarn.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, well, what else can I do with like about this amount of sport weight? And it just felt like, wait, where'd you guys go?
Where'd they go?
I don't know. The sport weight go?
So yeah. So replay sport. That'll be fun. And that's all I have.
Okay.
I
mean, that's all I have about. Hi, Goldie. We've got 2 cats out here now.
Wow.
That's all I have for like yarn stuff. Do we want to talk about like? Do you goal set
for the new year? I like to pick a word. I like to pick a theme, a word theme.
Yeah.
For like my intention.
Okay.
For the year. I don't have one yet. I normally like really like meditate on it and like really try to, you know, I don't know, get something. I feel like the words are so powerful that I have to be careful now because one year, my goal word was create. I was like, ooh, I'm going to have create is going to be like my whole goal for the year.
Then you had a baby?
I got pregnant. I created a whole ass person.
Yeah, you really did.
So I'm like, well, okay.
You intention too close to the sun on that one.
We gotta be careful. So that's why I'm like, I really gotta like sit with this. It's very much like be careful what you wish for territory.
Yeah.
So I need to chill on that, but I'll get back to everyone in the new year with what my intention word is.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do a motto every year.
I like that.
But the motto has to like find me.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I generally start like looking for it around like October, November. But sometimes it doesn't find me until like February. You know, you just,
you don't know.
So 2025 was and it's always like something someone will randomly say, or you'll like see a billboard and it's like it's got to be like an out of context sentence.
Okay.
And so my 2025 was people want to see Wolverine be the freaking Music Man.
Okay, I love it. This is saying a lot of things. Like, go out of your comfort zone, try new things.
Which is, so my husband and I have friends who are like musicians that tour in a band. And so they played a show here and we were like hanging out before the show and talking to them about just like, what's it like going on tour? And, you know, it's hard, like, just talking about how it's hard to like be away from like your friends and your family and, you know, like no matter what. And I guess it was at the time Hugh Jackman was in Music Man.
Yeah.
In West End, I think.
Yeah.
So one of our friends was like talking about it. He's like, you know, but like you don't have a choice. Like no matter how bad you feel, like you just got to get on. People want to see Wolverine be the freaking Music Man. And I was like, there it is.
There it is.
So that was 2025. And this year, for 2026, it's something that my sister said the other day. So I mentioned this. My sister is a Twitch streamer. You can follow her. She's Comfy Bee.
I started watching her.
It's so fun to watch her. Here's the thing, I don't play video games.
No.
And the games she plays, I never know what's going on.
No, I just like to hang out with her on my computer.
Yeah, I just like watch her. You should get in the chat and tell her you're there. She knows who you are.
Okay.
Everyone knows who you are.
Oh my God.
So I was just like kind of listening to her in the background. I was doing something else. And I know she was referring to one of the games she plays, but she said, I'm gold now, but that doesn't mean I can't be iridescent later.
Ooh.
And I was like, there it is.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So that's my out of context sentence motto.
Your motto for 2026
is I'm gold now, but that doesn't mean I can't be iridescent later. And Becca, if you're watching this, what does that mean?
What does that mean? I don't know, but I love it.
But also, don't tell me.
But also,
it doesn't matter.
Mysterious. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, but I also try to send a knitting goal every year.
I know you. Yes, you. I have been so inspired by how like on it you are with stuff that I feel like since starting the podcast, I've been better about not casting on and abandoning things. Where I'm like, no, I want to see this through. I want to show Elizabeth in 2 weeks that I did the thing. I mean, I definitely, but it's felt so good. Yeah. Like it hasn't felt like pressure. It's felt like completing more things since starting the pod has felt like so good.
Yeah. I think, do whatever you want in your own crafting. Yeah. I did see like Christina from Teal Torch Knits post on her Instagram story. Oh she counted up all her whips, and I think she had like 35.
Yeah.
And she was feeling kind of bad about it. And I either sent her a message for real or I did it only in my head. And Christina, if I didn't DM you, I'm sorry. But, it was just like, it doesn't matter. I don't know. I think especially when you're immersed in a creative world.
Yeah.
It's really easy. You just want to start all the things.
Yes.
And the only reason I'm somewhat monogamous with my projects and like that I finish things is because my friend Kathy, hi Kathy, I know she's going to watch this eventually. Like a few years ago, she finishes all these like beautiful sweaters and she does like,
you told me about her,
all over colorwork sweaters and like the things Kathy turns out are amazing. And granted, Kathy worked in a yarn shop for so many years and is currently retired. But so she has like a different level of available time than I have. But like I still asked her like, how do you finish all these things? And she's just like, well, if you only work on one thing at a time,
things get done faster.
And a lot of
how boring would this podcast be?
I mean, I guess we'll find out.
I don't think I could ever do that. I don't think I could ever one thing at a time my way through anything. But
I mean, I did set a goal for this year to knit 12 tops in 12 months in 2025.
Yes.
I did not hit that goal.
That was an insane goal because you also thought about 12 pairs of socks.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was a moment where I was like, I'm going to do that too. And I think I made it to March. And
in
then
my
I was
head,
like,
what I was going to do with the socks was do the Summerly Cuff Club every month.
Yeah.
But in my head, I was like, I'll just do the cuffs. And then if I don't finish the pair by the end of the month, I'll throw them on waste yarn. And I figured I would just stay really consistent with her base pattern.
Yeah.
So I would always know, like, I'm doing her base pattern. I'm not, like, doing my own special recipe.
Yeah.
And then it would just be like, oh, and I'll have these, like, vanilla things that I can always come back to when I need to, like, grab a vanilla project. I can just plop it back on the needles.
Yeah.
So I didn't necessarily think it was going to finish 12 pairs. I assumed I was going to start 12 pairs.
Okay.
But then with the knitting, I ended up doing two things I really did this year. Was attempted at 12 tops in 12 months.
Yeah.
And I started timing all of my knitting out of spite. Because as we've discussed, the only thing non-knitters ever want to ask you is how long did that take?
Oh my God.
And now I can be like, yes, this is how long down to the second.
Yeah.
I'm exclusively motivated by spite. So I feel like the problem with the 12 tops thing is there was not enough spite.
No, there was not enough spite.
No, but I did. My intent was to actually have sweaters in my wardrobe that I loved, to figure out what I liked, to know more about sweater fit, to get more intimately acquainted with gauge.
Yeah.
And, just like do it. And some things I learned are like, I still have a lot to learn about sweater fit, because I do have a couple sweaters where the sleeves are too short. I still, I think, let my desire to just be done with a project take over from like doing it right, which I think we all struggle with. But then when you go to try to wear your sweater and it's like a little bit too cropped or the sleeves are too short or like the neckline's not right,
then you don't reach for it again.
You reach for it and you spend all that time, you spend all that money, So I have a couple sweaters in mind that first thing I want to do in January is adjust like my Moon Mint sweater. The sleeves are, I don't know why they're here, but they are. And I know I have yarn left over, so I need to go in and like add length so I actually wear the sweater.
Mm-hmm.
But also I learned that despite the fact that I personally have a lot of available time, because I don't have kids and, you know, I have like a somewhat demanding job, but I'm very like, I have a lot of boundaries around my time in my job. So like that doesn't really creep into my life so much. I don't have as much time to knit.
Yeah.
I think knitting 12 sweaters is a lot.
It's a lot.
When it's not your job to knit.
Yes.
And I think there's like, in my own time, there's some soul searching to be done around like, well, how much time did I spend on my phone? Like how much was I on TikTok and when I could have been knitting? You know, how much time was I doom scrolling when I could have been doing a hobby that I genuinely love doing?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's smart. I actually don't have TikTok on my, like I have the app on my phone, but I don't use it. I only still have it because people send me things, but you have to directly text it to me. Otherwise, I do not see it.
Oh, wow. You should go into your TikTok inbox. I've sent you so many TikToks.
I know. But that's the thing. It's like so massive in there that I'm like, we're just going to leave that alone.
That's fine. Yeah.
But then you text me something and then I'm like, oh, I look at it and then I close it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to make like a really big boundary around TikTok because like COVID, I was like really doom scrolling all the time.
It'll get you. It's addictive.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it's built.
Yeah. And then I saw like Andrea did a reel where she showed her finished objects for the year. And I counted.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, she's the person who has a job and she's a designer. And she had 9 FOs for the year, which I think is a lot of FOs.
That's a lot.
But I'm just like, oh, I was able to achieve more than that. And it definitely just like made me think about, I'm pushing myself in my hobby in a way that's like not fun.
Yeah. I mean, I think it is one of those interesting things. Like I was talking about this with my family last night, the family of non-knitters asking me knitting questions. How long do things take you? Blah, blah, blah. And then my aunt had watched the Game of Wool show. And so she had suddenly a lot of opinions about yarn. And
I watched none of Game of Wool.
I saw part of the first episode and then they cut that guy who steeked something. And I was like, no, he was my favorite. Goodbye. Anyway, that is a different conversation.
Yeah, I mean, competitive steeking. Like, what the heck?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think we just get so caught up in this, like, in the fast fashion of it all. Even if we're making our slow craft, we're like, oh, I want to finish, like, these things super fast. And I'm trying, it's so hard for me, but I'm trying really hard to like be more of a process knitter than a product knitter.
Yeah.
Like really try to like sit in it and like it takes as long as it takes and that's fine. And that's the joyful part, but it's so hard because I feel like it's like get it done, get it done, get it done. Like we're a very production motivated culture.
It's a get it done, get it done, get it done. And then if it's not right, it's the big disappointment. Like my come back again, which I still have not. So I knit a come back again and everything is great. The pattern is great.
The buttons are beautiful.
The buttons are adorable. I hate the color I chose. This is no one's fault but me. I chose this color. I ordered it. I opened up the bag, looked at it, and was like, that's not the color I want. And then I proceeded to knit the cardigan.
The whole cardigan.
Yeah. No one made me do this. And Fiona has graciously offered. I mean, I basically voluntold her she was doing this.
Well, you said, would you be up for it? And I said, okay.
Offered to over dye it for me, which, is going to be great. I just need to knit her some swatches so we can do some experimenting.
I don't want to dye your whole sweater like a weird color.
Honestly, the other day, it fell out of my closet and I was like, I should just give this to you and just be like, dye it black.
Whatever. Dye it black. I could do that.
Like, I would wear it a ton if it were black, to be honest.
Yeah.
Honestly,
no, we're going to go gray. It's going to be lovely.
I don't know where my extra yarn is.
Oh.
It's in this house.
It's in this house.
I know I have it. But I honestly almost was just like, just do whatever you want.
Okay.
But no, we're going to do it right.
We're going to do it right because look, we're just talking about the importance of doing it right. See where the thing.
But it is like a bummer when you spend all this time and like the thing is not right. And I feel like, especially with social media, I know we all know that like Instagram et al. Is the highlight reel.
Yeah.
But I just think it's so it's so easy to fall into everyone else is doing more than me.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else has more finished objects than me and they're better than mine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not using the right yarn and I don't know. But for me, I think it's really about finding the balance between process and product.
Yeah.
Better,
yeah, because like you want to wear the thing.
Yeah.
You want to grab the thing all the time. And I know we talked about when you were going to take your sewing class, like having more of a capsule wardrobe, like having more quality things that like
but then if I'm sewing,
love.
that takes time away from my knitting, and suddenly I can't set the goal because like I did not knit 12 tops in 12 months in 2025. I'd have to do a final count. I think I might be at 8 or 9,
which is crazy good.
That's many.
That's many.
Especially like one of them, I have like a sweater that I think just needs to be frogged. Like there's a lot of, there's some drama going on in the background. But, but then I keep thinking like, oh God, but if I get really into sewing, then that's less time that I'm knitting. And so much of this year when I was knitting things that weren't garments, that I started a wrap that's going to be a gift for someone who I know watches, so I can't say who you are. I am not even a third of the way done on that because I started it and then felt guilty.
That you weren't doing your tops?
Yeah. And every time I needed a vanilla project that I could just take with me and my tops weren't falling into that category, I was like starting a sock, then I was like, I don't know. And even this month, like doing my Advent socks, and then starting that blanket and just feeling like, well, I should really do a big push to finish my Avenue tee and like finish the last couple tops I have. But my soul was craving just like a garter project.
Yeah.
It meant in some ways this year, like I couldn't follow my joy as much because I felt like locked into this goal I had set.
Yeah.
And luckily, like I make the rules and I let myself off the hook of quite a few times just to be like, well, you don't have to do it. But yeah, I think there's just like a production number.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's hard.
That's hard.
Oh, it said, do you have like a knitting goal for next year?
Not
or
really.
Like a crafting goal in general?
Okay. My goal this was also my goal in 2025 and it didn't happen because life happened. But I am going to steek a cardigan. I want more cardigans. I don't like purling those long ass purl rows on the way back. I'm going to steek. I have the yarn. I have the pattern. I just need to do it.
Yeah.
So we are steeking in 2026. There's no reason not to.
Yeah.
I've done the like trial coffee cozy to coaster situation. I'm ready. So I'm steeking. That is it's happening. I'm steeking.
If you find a pattern you want to steek.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll get in on it.
Let's do it.
I wanted to see something for a while. I'm not even that scared of it.
No, I'm not either.
I'm waiting for the pattern.
Yeah.
That wants to be steeked.
I got the push. So I have some friends who we were like, we're going to do a steek along because one of them was like found this top that she wanted to do. And so she did her top and steeked it. And me and the other person that was all like gung-ho and into it, we did not. We bought the yarn. We bought the patterns. I think my other friend swatched, but we did not like actually do the thing. So it's time.
It's time.
It's time. I want cardigans. I want cardigans. Yeah. So that's my plan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steek. Oh, and with my hand spun, I have this. Probably should be like in the Forever Whip category that comes with me, but I have a Felix cardigan that I started in my hand spun, and I would like to finish that. So part of that is like I've been spinning a skein and then getting super excited and knitting the skein, and then I have to spin the next one. So it's been slow. I should have spun it all at once. I know, but guess what? That was too monotonous for my brain.
That's how it goes.
Anyway, it's
It'd
very
be that way sometimes.
It's lumpy, but she's cute. So I would like to finish that. I want to do a hand spun sweater and I want to steek something.
Okay.
That's me.
That's a good goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
So a month ago, recently, within the last 2 months, I went through my yarn stash in the basement that I purchased for specific projects and like bagged everything up. I have 2 bins. I have an accessories and a sweaters bin. I want to knit more of my stash. I want to knit through some of those projects. I don't know how much.
Yeah.
I'm going to say right now, I want to knit 3 sweaters from Stash.
Okay. That feels totally reasonable.
And I want to knit 1 of the accessories from Stash.
Okay.
Being like that I'm not a big accessories knitter.
Yeah.
And then my other goal is like the whips that I have right now in existence, I want to finish up. So I won't like list out everything right now because there's some hibernating whips that y'all didn't see.
Right.
And there's like one in particular that has like a lot of special meaning for me that like needs to get done. So I want to like clear out the current whips and, 3 sweaters from Stash, 1 accessory from Stash. All by the end of 2026.
Yeah.
And then
I think I'm going to start when I get back from my trip, because obviously I can't do this while I'm gone, but I want to do a big old finisher frog clear out, really cull the herd. Yeah. Yeah. That's my plan.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was going to do Stash Fest. Stash along. And now I don't know anymore. This is like without getting too in the weeds with it. Because I think I want to put up a little partition between like my life and my podcast.
That's fair.
I have to like just reinvest some of my time and some of my soul.
Goldie.
Oh wait, no, Goldie. Sorry, we had a cat yarn attack. I'm sorry. Did she destroy it?
No.
Okay,
we got her.
I didn't realize she was right there.
You're so funny. Go away.
The cats are really into yarn here, so everything has to be in a project bag or like deeply monitored. Yeah, so without getting like too into it, I need to just like reinvest some time in my business behind the chair, just to be able to hit like some goals that I have been hovering around for a while, but I just haven't. I got to do the push.
Yeah.
I have to just like do some things.
Yeah.
And I'm being sort of purposely vague about it because it would be so much to explain.
Yeah.
And this is not
that podcast.
This is not that podcast. If you want to DM me and talk about it, I will bare my soul to you.
Yeah.
But it means that like I'm going to have less personal time every week to like work on my crafting and work on like any kind of like content creation stuff. And so I had to like take a look at like my time.
Yeah.
Podcast is staying.
In
terms of Elizabeth's knitting videos, like I'm going to still make them, but honestly only when like creativity and inspiration like hits. I'm not holding myself to a schedule. That's also why I started Vlogmas and then was like working on this stuff. It was really fun. It was just like
it's a lot.
It was genuinely impossible to organize around my life.
Yeah.
And so like it just wasn't working. And I was just like, again, like this is for fun and for creativity. So if it's not fun, it goes.
Yeah.
I just didn't do a big announcement about it. So all this to say, I feel like the way I wanted to do Stash Fest as like a big year-long make-along, I just don't think I can reliably pull it off.
Yeah.
Like I need to pull it off my plate because like I was thinking about all the things I wanted to do that I didn't want to not do. And then just felt like there was such a high possibility that like by March, I was just going to not be able to fit this in.
Yeah.
I was not going to be able to stay organized. I was going to like miss out on doing prizes. I don't know. It just started to feel like too iffy. And we don't need that kind of stress in our lives.
Nope.
So what I'm going to do is just like Stash Fest 2026 is now vibes only.
Vibes only.
If you want to set a personal stash goal for yourself and you want to knit from your own stash and you want to tell me about it and talk about it,
let's do it.
You're participating. You're in the make along. There will be no prizes. There will be nothing.
We're just emotionally supporting each other.
Stash Fest is vibes. And, maybe in 2027, it will be less vibes and more like prizes and community and things like that. But I just want to set myself up to succeed.
Yeah.
And I want to be very careful knowing that I'm going into like a big year of hustling.
Yeah.
Work-wise, like I want to be really careful to protect like the things that I love and let them be just things that I love and things that are fun.
I think that's totally fair. As somebody that monetized their greatest love and hobby, yes, I support this.
Yeah. I think you can monetize your greatest love and hobby and still have it be that. But
it's a lot of balancing.
Yeah. And look, like someday I would love to monetize Elizabeth's knitting. If you want to
sponsor me.
If you want to sponsor me. If you want to sponsor us, like we would love to
we would love.
Be sponsored. But I think it's also about just knowing like
real talk, it's just hard to start a big project like that.
I mean, I think I felt that way when I was doing my first year of yarn clubs. Like, I did my horror club every month. Was a lot of people were like, I want to pay for this. Like, I want to pay for the whole year right now. And I was like, I don't know what my year's going to do. Yeah. So, like, I'm not comfortable with that. So I totally get, like, being in this space where you're like, things are going to be moving around and I can't guarantee that I will be available.
Yeah. And, like, I think I'm still open to the idea that partway through the year.
Yeah.
I'm like, screw it. We can do Stash Fest. Maybe do Summer Stash Fest.
Yeah. Stash Fest check-in.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have to be the whole year.
Stashapalooza summer.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Or, like, whatever. Like, I think.
Stashchella.
Yeah. Stashchella. When you were talking about steaking, my brain was just like, say steak-a-leak.
That's going to be our official steak along.
Steak in the sheets.
That's going to be the steak along. It's going to be called steak-a-leak.
That's like whenever people are talking about heel, flap, and gusset. Yeah. My brain is just like, heel, flap, and gusset. Heel, flap, and gusset.
Just so elder millennial. Yes. Oh my
just, like,
God.
Can't stop.
Anyway.
Yeah, so I feel like this was so many words to just be like, hey, I'm going to be doing less so that I can do more. Yeah. So that, you know, I can just enjoy myself and enjoy knitting and, like, have a good time and support my friends. And
that's what we like.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think those are the goals.
Heck yeah.
The goal, I guess, is just to keep doing it.
Keep doing it.
Every whip that's currently a whip, I want to write it down for myself and document it as, like, this will be done. Mm-hmm. I also think that does mean I need to, like, keep my yarn buying in check for the next year.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm obviously going to go to Yarn Crawl. I'm planning to go to Maryland Sheep and Wool with my mom.
Ooh.
So if you want to meet my mom, the public wants to meet Lorraine, catch me in Maryland. And then there's I'm going to another retreat in June, which will have a small marketplace.
Yeah.
And then, which I still might back out of, so I don't want to, like, name it.
Yeah.
And then obviously there's going to be Flock, Sacred Sheep.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to Rhinebeck this year, but there's also a class, like a hair class I want to take that's, like, the day before Rhinebeck.
Oh,
and
no.
It's here.
No.
So I'm so it's like, I think I need to keep just my yarn buying in check. There has been a squirrel in my porch.
This is
so behind
really...
the camera, what you guys can't see is it is my porch. We're sitting in my living room window, and there's been a squirrel for the last 20 minutes, just like
it's like chilling on your furniture,
just like staring at us. Goldie is potentially going to knock over the tripod at some point, because she would very much like to get the squirrel.
I'm surprised, actually.
I have been literally a squirrel for the last
As somebody with 3 dogs, that squirrel would not.
Oh yeah,
your window would be broken. Actually,
I know. I'm surprised that Goldie hasn't flung herself through the window.
She's thinking about it.
Yeah, but so I think the goal is, like, to keep the yarn buying in check. Yeah. Because when I went through and bagged up my stash and labeled everything, was just like, all right, this is a lot. And one of these bins does not easily close anymore. Yeah. And I'm not going to tell anyone how much stash one should or should not have.
No, I think you should have the appropriate stash for your soul and your budget.
But for me and my house, we're exceeding storage space. Like, this is not going to fit in the bin.
Oh, no.
So I might cast this on first just by dint of she's not currently in the bin. This would be a good steak project, do you think?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Should I steak a round yoke pullover? Should I be a steak-a-leak?
Steak-a-leak. Because I think this is also, I want a pattern that tells me how to steak, but also I don't like those patterns.
Yeah, but there's so many tutorials out there. I feel like
we can figure it out.
How hard could it be? Boys do it.
Boys do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway,
people have done it. We're pretty clever.
Yeah.
So yeah. That was a lot of rambling.
That was so much, but that's okay.
Who knows what? Hopefully, it was interesting to someone.
Yeah. We're just processing live.
This truly, I think, is like processing the year. Yeah. Do you feel like you had any, like, big crafting or dyeing or knitting wins?
My business grew like crazy this year, and I did my yarn club, which I successfully did every month, even though some months I was like, oh my God. I think that was the business just, like, really boomed this year, and that felt so good. I also got my own website. I got off of Etsy in April.
Hey,
so that means I freaking built part of a website. I got a smart person to do a lot of it, but
honestly, like producing a website is so hard. Like,
oh my god, the squirrel just like. Oh my god,
the squirrel just jumped from. So on our porch, we have a grill and a bird feeder that hangs down, and the squirrel just leapt from the grill to the bird feeder and hung on and swung
and fell. And then ran away. I think they're maybe. I think they're okay.
I think the squirrel's gonna come back.
Yeah, I think it's
that's like a really big day for cat TV. That's like a cat TV like season finale.
That is a cat TV season finale. Holy cannoli.
I wish I could have filmed that.
Wow. Anyway,
no.
This
producing
was
a website.
party.
We're not done.
We're not done. Okay, sorry.
It's probably been so long. Producing a website is so hard to do.
Oh my god.
When I had to make a website for myself, was just like all these tools that theoretically make it easy are still very complicated. Organizing the information is still so hard, and you're doing sales.
Yeah.
Like I'm just directing people to like another place if they want to come see me. Like you're directly selling a product, and that is hard.
It was hard. And also I have a really we've talked about it on the podcast before. I have a really low frustration tolerance, like with technology. Like my soul is very old in that way. And so I would be like, I need to do this thing on the website. And I'd be like, I can't find it in the next 30 seconds. Screw this website.
Yeah.
Like rage quit. Like
truly.
It was, woo, but we did it. We did it. So that was a win. That was a big win to set that all up. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's really cool to go to shows and watch other people like come into the booth and be like, oh,
it's so fun.
And then I'm just like, that's my friend.
You're like, I know her.
I did that. You did that. And like, I don't know. I could probably cry, but I won't because I'll smear my mascara. I need it for later.
But yeah,
I think it's just like really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think this was year 2 of being full time. Which is crazy. I can't believe I quit my regular job to do this, and it's been great. And honestly, some days I've been like, this is too much. So it's a great complaint to be like, I'm so busy.
Oh yeah. No, anytime I complain about my job, I'm just like, but I have a lot of champagne problems.
Right. Or as my mom would say, no whining on the yacht. I'm like,
yeah. No whining on the yacht for sure.
Yeah. So it's I get to do what I love, every day.
Yeah. I think there's just an amount of I often feel this way about my hair business, where a lot of the problems that I'm currently dealing with are wins I wished I was achieving 5 years ago. They're things.
Oh my gosh.
The problems I'm dealing with right now are things I cried about wishing I could have not that long ago.
Right.
It is I think, as Notorious B.I.G. said, a mo money, mo problem situation.
True.
And, I think every win does I door to a new challenge.
Yeah.
But they're still wins.
They're still wins.
It's still a big deal.
When I literally started dyeing yarn in my apartment kitchen, and now I have a studio space in my house. I have all of this equipment. I have people that know who I am, which is so weird. That I don't know if that's gonna stop being weird, but yeah, it's crazy because I was just a lady with a baby in an apartment, and also I was thinking about this today, thinking about humble beginnings. So, like I said, it was a tiny apartment. We did not get our deposit back when we moved out. Shocker.
I wonder why.
But we had this giant Great Pyrenees named Penny, who was the best dog in the world. And when she passed away, we had her paw print done. And we got the paw print back, and there was yarn dye in the paw print because she had just been absorbing it in her white floof. Wow. And so I don't know. It's just crazy to be that was the beginning. That was me in my kitchen when my child was asleep.
And here I am. Yeah. And the fact that you just make your art and you make art that's very true to you.
Yeah.
And that other people connect to it.
That feels really cool.
And really cool thing.
Super crazy.
Yeah. And it's a cool thing to watch you do it. And I feel every time you release a collection, you're I don't think people are going to like this. And I'm just
and you're it's fine.
You have no idea.
Calm down.
People are going to just connect with us in a way you don't even understand yet.
Yeah.
So.
It's been, the collections have been interesting because it's really felt like I've like put my like soul out there, and like I was a weird kid that had no friends. And so like having people connect with me on like the weird thing that I love, it's like, this is new.
Yeah.
This is fresh.
I know. Yeah. Well, we're all here. Yeah. I mean, I feel like I've really found my people.
I found my people too.
In the yarn world in a way that like, God, especially as an adult, like making friends is so hard.
Making friends is so hard.
And then to, you know, have developed a handful of close friendships, but also just to meet people and to be able to go to a thing and just be like, oh, my friends are here.
Yeah.
Like, and I can just connect with people and I can relate to people. It's just such a rare experience these days. So,
yeah. So I'm so thankful for the
Yarn
community.
Internet.
Thanks, Yarn Internet. Yeah. I'm just, yeah.
Well, ending
Thankful.
this one on a cheesy note.
It's the end of the year. We got to be full of cheese.
We got to be
It's
full
the
of
rule.
cheese. Okay. We've yapped as much as we can yap.
My butt is numb.
Okay. we gotta stretch our legs.
Yeah, it's time.
Thanks for hanging with our yapping. Don't forget to enter to win the New Year countdown box.
Cowgirl. Yeah, so put cowgirl
In
somewhere.
your comment. Weave it into a sentence because you can also just say. You can also just type cowgirl.
Yes.
Yeah. If you got nothing else.
We see you.
Yeah. We understand. Yeah.
And
then we'll be back in hopefully 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll be back.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. I love you.